This is that unbox.
I had no plans on making this video, uh, but some things have to happen. This over here is a corner of my office I don't really use much anymore. Hi, this is Adam B. Back here, don't know if you can see it. That's the i7 Mac Mini that I got in 2000. What year was it? Wait, what? 12? 11? No, and what year is this thing? It's a 12, right? Yeah, it's a late 12. So, I know Alfred got it for me. Thank you again, Alfred. For, I guess it was my 52nd birthday. That's a while ago. But I just got my hands on something. There's a computer I've been wanting. Almost that long. It's a computer I've been wanting since I first heard about it. Actually, I first heard about it in the year 2012, I think. I was thinking about it, and really been wanting it since 2013. And, well, circumstances are circumstances, and there's some things you can control and can't control. And, well, I finally got my hands on something. Yes, it's a Dell! It's a Dell Dimension B110. Can you believe it? No hard drive, no side... No, this is not what I wanted. This is a piece of garbage. Hang on, I'm going to get something. I had to take the Dell off of somebody's hands. If I wanted the monitor that they had with it, which I did, I had to take the computer. I think we're having electronics recycling this spring in where I live. So this box showed up today. It's not a box from Apple. It's not a box from Apple Refurb, but it is a third-party refurbished box. You don't need to see that. I wish I had the actual Apple box, because the Apple boxes are nice, but at least it is well packed. I finally own myself a tiny little circular Mac Pro. This is the unboxing. This is the whole thing. It's a little computer that looks like it could be dispensing towels in a men's room. It's shiny. Don't look at the reflections. This room is a mess. There's a reason this is here. And it's going to be running alongside the i7. The i7 is here. The i7 has been like mainly, especially since I got my M1 Mini. I have, well, I don't want to take you out. Okay. There are a number of hard drives back here. And those hard drives are my Plex data. Plus copies and copies and copies of copies and backups of copies and copies. My watch wants me to move. Data that I've been collecting forever. I mean, there's stuff on here from jobs I had 20 years ago. And older personal stuff. So what I'm going to do is, since this occasionally struggles, especially with transcoding, and I've got a Plex Pass, I'm hoping, and I don't know if this is possible, and so what, I'll just do it anyway. Convert the Mac Pro here. This thing is heavy. Convert the Mac Pro. I'm just, scratch, a couple of scuffs. It's been cleaned. No, this is in nice shape. And you've all seen what they look like inside, right? They look like that. Actually, it looks more impressive. Semi-naked. I got a good deal on this. I feel it. 32 gigs of RAM. The mid-level, I forget the actual nomenclature, but a couple of mid-level video cards. It should do what I want it to do nicely, and even if it doesn't do the transcoding, I can do it. Shh! I piled you up carefully back there. There's things back there. Yeah, so I have to move at least 4 of these hard drives over to here. And, I've got, USB hubs branching out of USB hubs. I wish I could find myself a nice big USB hub that will last a long time. All the 7s and 10s that I buy, they just die in a year. So these little 4s, A, they seem to last, and B, they're cheap. So one does die, I'm only out $12 or $15, whatever it is, and I usually have spares. So that's what's going to happen with this. I may make a follow-up when this happens. One of the things I was thinking about, I didn't make a video about this, but I now have a little 2-bay Synology over there. And no, I'm not moving the camera to show it to you. But that's got 2 Ethernet ports on it. This has 2 Ethernet ports on it. And so what I could do is I can designate them. Yeah, okay. One of them's dusty and one of them is not. So that means only one was in use. But I will, before I plug everything up. So I can make a separate network just for the 2 devices to talk to each other. And I can mount volumes from one on the other and move files around. And when this needs to plex something out of what's stored on there, because I do have some stuff stored on there too, no questions taken, it'll just go faster, because it'll be on its own little private network, running through, an 8-foot long Cat 6A cable. Happy. All right. I have the window open in here, but unfortunately it's behind this thing, and as you can probably tell from the rapid changes in lighting, I have a fan on the ceiling. It's warm in here. It's going to get warmer when I turn this thing on. I don't even know if I'm going to turn it on today. I'm certainly not going to do my big server reconfiguration today, but I may plug it in and turn it on. This has got multiple inputs. I have other keyboards and mices, and I might just give it a try. But at any rate, that's it for now. It may be another couple of years before I make another video, or I could make one tomorrow. I don't know. I'm still demonetized. They owe me $86. I'm never going to see it. It feels like, like an ex-girlfriend that leaves and takes my favorite pan. It's just like, that's mine. But I don't get it. If anyone is in the market for a slightly scratched Dell Dimension B110, let me know. I can put an old hard drive in there and put some Ubuntu on it. It might be good for something. There's a dog across the street. Why do they let dogs into this place? I lived here for 20 years and then they let dogs in. All right. Sorry, I'm not a fan of dogs. I used to live. All right, it's time for a patented Adam B story. I used to live in a lower apartment. Actually, it was a split level house. It was split into 2 apartments. They had nice hardwood floors upstairs, along with a Doberman and a Great Dane. And every time those dogs moved, it was but louder, because my nails are trimmed and theirs weren't. And one of them, at least, had a toy. Some sort of dog toy, which, as far as I could tell, was just a sock with a shot put in it. And it would normally stay on a chair or the couch. And every time one of the dogs went after it, you would hear thump, drag. across the floor. Thump! Drag. It was almost like they were bowling. It was that kind of thing. It was thump, and then the rumble, rumble, rumble. You know, like a bowling ball makes down the lane. But it never hit the pins. And it sometimes didn't stop for like half an hour. There were a couple. He left, took the dogs. She had people over. I could tell. In the middle of the night. I'd hear those kind of noises. Yeah, good for her. Whatever. And then she left. And the place wasn't rented out. Landlord was doing something with it. I know the landlord was doing something. Okay, so this is Adam B. And there's been enough for me. And I have, right now, absolutely zip left to say.